The real reason people abandon financial goals. People rarely abandon financial goals suddenly. They don't wake up one day and decide to quit. Instead, the goal slowly loses weight. Tracking becomes occasional. Rules become flexible. Deadlines quietly disappear. Eventually, the goal is gone. Not because it was impossible, but because something underneath shifted. Which raises a deeper question. What actually causes people to abandon financial goals they once cared about? The answer is not discipline. It's psychology. Goals fail when emotion disconnects from meaning. Financial goals often begin with emotion, hope, relief, a desire for change. Over time, that emotion fades. The goal becomes technical. Numbers, steps, timelines. When emotion disconnects from meaning, motivation weakens. People don't abandon goals because they stop wanting outcomes. They abandon them because the goal stops feeling emotionally alive. Progress that feels slow feels meaningless. Financial progress is often gradual, small gains. Delayed results. Invisible improvements. The brain struggles to value slow progress. Without visible payoff, effort feels wasted. People begin to question, is this even working? When progress feels insignificant, commitment erodes. Not because results aren't happening, but because they don't register emotionally. Stress shifts priorities without permission. Stress changes what the brain cares about. Under pressure, long-term goals lose priority. Immediate relief rises. Bills. Fatigue. Uncertainty. The brain reallocates resources. The goal doesn't feel less important. It feels less accessible. People don't choose to abandon it. They simply stop having the capacity to sustain it. Goals become associated with pressure. Over time, goals can become emotionally heavy. They represent restriction, sacrifice, self-judgment. Instead of hope, the goal triggers tension. Checking progress creates anxiety. When a goal becomes a source of stress, the brain avoids it. Avoidance feels like relief, and relief is reinforcing. Identity conflict undermines commitment. Goals often require identity change, spending less, saving more, saying no. These behaviors may conflict with how people see themselves. Generous, easygoing, successful. When a goal threatens identity, resistance appears. People don't consciously reject the goal. They slowly disengage. To preserve self-image. Perfectionism turns setbacks into exit points. Setbacks are inevitable. Unexpected expenses. Missed targets. Temporary regressions. But perfectionism interprets setbacks as failure. People think, I ruined it. I can't do this properly. Instead of adjusting, they quit. Not because the goal is broken, but because the self-image attached to it feels damaged. Comparison drains motivation. People rarely pursue goals in isolation. They compare. Others seem ahead. Progress looks faster elsewhere. Comparison reframes effort as inadequacy. The goal stops feeling empowering. It starts feeling exposing. So people disengage quietly to escape feeling behind. Goals lack emotional feedback. The brain needs feedback. Financial goals often provide delayed reinforcement. Effort today produces benefits much later. Without feedback, the brain disengages. People feel like they're working in the dark. And effort without feedback is hard to sustain. Relief from quitting is misinterpreted as clarity. When people stop pursuing a goal, they often feel relief. Pressure lifts. Expectations drop. Self-monitoring ends. This relief feels like certainty. People say, I guess it wasn't right for me. But the relief is neurological. It comes from removing pressure, not from discovering truth. The brain rewards disengagement. When goals feel heavy, goals become symbols of self-judgment. Over time, goals can shift meaning. They stop representing growth and start representing failure. Every missed action becomes evidence. The goal feels like a mirror, reflecting inadequacy. Avoiding the goal avoids the judgment. Not because people don't care, but because caring hurts. Abandonment is a protective strategy. Quitting is often misunderstood. It is not always surrender. Sometimes it is protection. Protection from shame, from disappointment, from constant pressure. The brain chooses peace over persistence, not because peace is better, but because it feels safer. People abandon financial goals, not because they lack discipline or desire. They abandon them because the goals become emotionally unsustainable. When stress rises, meaning fades, identity conflicts emerge, and pressure replaces hope, the brain disengages. Not as failure, but as self-preservation. Understanding this reframes abandonment, not as weakness, but as a signal. A signal that the goals stop feeling safe, meaningful, or emotionally viable. And until that psychological layer is understood, goals will continue to disappear quietly, even when they once mattered deeply. That's the real deep dive.